Will you please sit down? Okay. Graduands, ladies and gentlemen, may I welcome you most warmly to UMIST. At least it's warm inside if it's not warm outside. And to this degree ceremony for graduates from the Manchester School of Management and the Departments of Chemistry, Paper Science and History of Science and Technology. Today's ceremony is for the award of postgraduate degrees, and it marks the culmination of a minimum of 12 months of very hard work. Our objectives have been to produce graduates with a sound knowledge of principles, with an understanding of how to apply that knowledge, and with skills that will enable them to convey and to develop their knowledge and understanding in their careers. All these factors contribute to the employability of our graduates. Now, to reach this stage, all of you have had to overcome many challenges. The intellectual challenges of your degree courses, which at postgraduate level are tougher than ever. The personal challenges of coming to terms with new ways of learning and studying and of working at postgraduate level. Financial challenges and the social challenges, particularly acute to those who come to UMIST from overseas. In these challenges, you've been supported by many people. Some of them are here today, your fellow students, representatives of the academic staff, but most of all, your family and friends. Some of you, as I said, have come from far overseas to study here, as have your families to celebrate this day. We have students in UMIST from over 80 countries, and we consider that to be particularly valuable to UMIST as it enriches the community in which we work. Now, this great hall and the building in which we are today dates from 1902, when it was opened by the Prime Minister of the day, Arthur Balfour. He proclaimed it at the time as the outward and visible sign of the awakening which has come over the people. I'm sure it will continue to do so as we move into a new era in the new university. The Manchester Mechanics Institute, from which UMIST was developed, was founded in 1824 by a group of Manchester industrialists to provide the region with the skills required to run and manage the industries which were then the wonder of the world. Their purpose was clear: to promote the learning of scientific principles. But demonstrating the foresight that had already made them prosperous, they argued that it was vital to link that knowledge to learning in a work environment. This still remains one of UMIST's basic objectives, and why recent studies of the UK employers have shown that UMIST and the University of Cambridge are the most highly regarded universities for the employability of their students, a record that has been sustained for over the past 5 years. We're the only UK university to have now won 4 Queen's Anniversary Prizes for higher education out of a possible 5. We're also one of only 2 universities to have won 2 Queen's Awards for export achievement in 1992 and 1999. You might ask what it is that we export, and the concise answer is knowledge. More exactly, we earn 20% of our research income from overseas, and of course, large numbers of students from overseas come to study with us, which is a form of exporting knowledge. UMIST graduates can be found in all walks of life in virtually every country in the world, from the finance and education ministers of Singapore to the Secretary of State for the Environment, Food and Rural Affairs in the present government, Margaret Beckett, from the Chief Executive of Tesco, Sir Terry Leahy, to the TV cook, Sophie Grigson, who incidentally studied mathematics and not chemistry as you might have thought. All these things, I believe, underline just what a great university UMIST is. We're clearly making a contribution to wealth and job creation and growth of the new knowledge economy. I think it's fair to say, therefore, that that is a true descendant of the original Manchester Mechanics Institute. It's hard to imagine, given the buzz of Manchester as a student centre, of the multinational and dynamic nature of the city itself, that it's hard to imagine that there is a better place to study engineering, science, technology and management than UMIST. Furthermore, the skills that are represented by those of you who are graduating today follow a direct line from UMIST's origins. Manchester was the shock city of the 19th century. Indeed, Karl Marx's collaborator Engels was sent to Manchester to learn how the new textiles industry was being organised and lived just a few hundred metres from where we now sit. What could be more important to the continuing success of the region, the country and the provision of skills in the wider world than the expertise that you have acquired in your specific discipline, all disciplines here being representative of the heart of modern science and technology. So those of you who are graduating today are excellent examples of the sort of people that we're proud to see as our graduates. You're just the sort of people a modern society needs in order to flourish, and you represent both the tradition and the future of UMIST and its successor institution. It is important, but important as all this is, universities are more than merely the utilitarian preparation for a career. They're places where you can think and discuss freely and openly about all aspects of life, where we can debate and challenge views and opinions, where we can participate in activities totally outside the confines of department or degree programme. These are the activities that will shape your thinking and indeed shape your life view as much as the subject of your degree. This is education in the round, well encapsulated by the quotation, "Education is what survives when all that you have learnt has been forgotten." May I therefore wish you every success in your future careers and invite you to keep in touch with UMIST and with one another through the UMIST Association, the organisation for former students and staff of UMIST. As members, you will be kept in touch with UMIST as well as with one another through the magazine Mainstream, which is issued twice yearly. You will not escape us even if you come from overseas, because there are branches of the UMIST Association found in many places around the world. So do keep in contact with us as well as with your friends. Make sure that we have the correct address to correspond with you, and visit us, please, whenever possible. Though I must confess that you will have to forgive us if we forget who you are on occasions. Some of you are staying on for even more study, but the world of the workplace beckons. We hope that UMIST will have given you an understanding of how to develop your talents and for the lifelong learning which lies ahead. This is a challenge and an opportunity. No one can graduate today and expect that the knowledge acquired will carry them through to retirement or even through the next few years. We have been supplying skilled people to industry, commerce and the public service for the best part of 200 years. We have changed. Our methodology and course contents are unrecognisable from even 20 years ago. As an example of such change, we're delighted that today we're able to award master's degrees to the first graduates in human resource leadership. They have completed a demanding 3-year part-time programme delivered by the Manchester School of Management and a group from the Manchester Business School. This degree is one part of the Leadership Through Effective Human Resource Management programme, which is provided in partnership with PricewaterhouseCoopers for directors and deputy directors from the NHS in England. The NHS has funded the programme, which was designed and delivered by a team from the Manchester School of Management who are with us today. All of you graduands have responded successfully to the academic challenge, and as UMIST postgraduates, you should confidently face the future, as do we. So as we embark on this ceremony, I congratulate you once again. We're proud of your achievements and hope that you will take pride in saying that you studied at UMIST. So let us move now to the award of the degrees. Thank you.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Academic Board, I present to you for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Jashim Uddin Ahmed. Zainab bint Ayub. Helen Cook. Ian Ronald Crossley. Daniel James Edelman. Alexander James Fairclough. Khalifa Mazuz. Imrana Mushtaq. Joanne Mary Neary. Azura Omar. Ghazala Sadiq. Paul James Smith. Gindo Tampubolon. John Edward Warren. Frank Thomas Worthington. And for the award of the degree of Master of Science by Examination and Dissertation in Cheminformatics, Terence Dwayne Arthur.
Congratulations, William.
Repa Begum.
Congratulations.
Caroline Louise Farrelly.
Congratulations. Well done.
Benjamin Scott.
Congratulations, well done.
And for the award of the degree of Master of Science by Examination and Dissertation in Physical Methods for Post-Genome Science, Vimal Boruth.
Congratulations, well done.
Alistair Harvey Elwyn Dane.
Congratulations, well done.
Ian John Edwards. And for the award of the degree of Master of Science by Examination and Dissertation in Business Economics, Yassir Al-Hassani.
Congratulations, well done.
Rui Miguel Rezende Amorim.
Congratulations, well done.
Emmanuel Barr.
Congratulations, well done.
Spiridon Potamitis.
Congratulations, well done.
Randeep Singh Rehal.
Congratulations.
And for the award of the degree of Master of Science by Examination and Dissertation in Human Resources Leadership, Stephen Daniel.
Congratulations, you're the first of the first, eh?
Annette Gately.
Congratulations, well done.
Wendy Gay.
Congratulations, well done.
Michael Griffin.
Congratulations, well done.
Christine Halloran.
Congratulations, well done.
Amanda Lies.
Congratulations, well done.
Andrea Lynn Warriner.
Congratulations, well done.
Fiona Whiting.
Congratulations.
And for the award of the degree of Master of Science by Examination and Dissertation in Human Resource Management, Judy Catherine Brown.
Congratulations, well done.
And for the award of the degree of Master of Science by Examination and Dissertation in Human Resource Management and Industrial Relations, Zubada Begum.
Congratulations, well done.
Andrew David Hall.
Congratulations, well done.
Deborah Jane Han.
Congratulations, well done.
Ilona Alberta Lewandowski.
Congratulations, well done.
Anna Rachel Lowe.
Congratulations, well done.
Jane Elizabeth Suter.
Congratulations, well done.
Sophie Michelle Swerdlow.
Congratulations, well done.
Christos Trapounis.
Congratulations, well done.
Vasiliki Vasiliou.
Congratulations, well done.
Zung Shu.
Congratulations, well done.
And for the award of the degree of Master of Science by Examination and Dissertation in International Business and Management, Robertus Franciscus Gerardus Bolter.
Congratulations.
Li Tsai.
Congratulations, well done.
Derek Chatrakul Na Ayodhya.
Congratulations, well done.
Yang Fan.
Congratulations, well done.
Laura Mary Elizabeth Lett.
Congratulations, well done.
Gary Lingley.
Congratulations, well done.
June Liu.
Congratulations.
John Geraint Morris.
Congratulations, well done.
Shalamur Rahman.
Congratulations, well done.
Shailesh Ranka.
Congratulations, well done.
Vanessa Squire.
Congratulations, well done.
Jie Soon.
Congratulations, well done.
Nin Yi Tang.
Congratulations, well done.
Stephen James Thomas.
Congratulations, well done.
David Wallin.
Congratulations, well done.
Mohammed Farouk Zahid.
Congratulations, well done.
Yiwa San.
Congratulations.
And for the award of the degree of Master of Science by Examination and Dissertation in International Business and Management Exchange Stream, Ben Beiske.
Congratulations, well done.
Sarah Hyder.
Congratulations, well done.
Helen Ioannou.
Congratulations, well done.
Sharina Kanani.
Congratulations, well done.
Hannah Langard.
Congratulations, well done.
Jennifer Sangster Murray.
Congratulations, well done.
Stuart Jonathan White.
Congratulations, well done.
And for the award of the degree of Master of Science by Examination and Dissertation in Technology Management under the Manchester Executive Programme, Simon Boyd Garlick.
Congratulations, well done.
Ernest William Lamza.
Congratulations, well done.
And for the award of the degree of Master of Science by Examination and Dissertation in Marketing, Nisha Janine Biljani.
Congratulations, well done.
Eleni Konstantinidou.
Congratulations, well done.
Jing Fan.
Congratulations, well done.
Oliver Michael Freestone.
Congratulations, well done.
Amina Gorton.
Congratulations, well done.
Hannah Victoria Graves.
Congratulations, well done.
Liping Jian.
Congratulations, well done.
Panagiotis Kalpakis.
Congratulations, well done.
Nazila Kazemi.
Congratulations, well done.
Juntao Law.
Congratulations, well done.
Jonathan Edward Macklin.
Congratulations, well done.
Grace Ki Yi Man.
Congratulations, well done.
Eleni Pantazi.
Congratulations, well done.
Claudine Elizabeth Patterson.
Congratulations, well done.
Nihal Philobos.
Congratulations, well done.
Fan Yuen.
Congratulations, well done.
Jin Yuen.
Congratulations, well done.
And for the award of the degree of Master of Science by Examination and Dissertation in Operations Management, Christoph Theodor Maria Bergman.
Congratulations, well done.
Andrew Charles Brown.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Elizabeth Anastasia Chatsiaslan.
Congratulations, well done.
Sophia Kompu.
Congratulations, well done.
Angela Pui Munlam.
Congratulations, well done.
Colin John McPherson.
Congratulations, well done.
Charalambos Psanis.
Congratulations, well done.
Neil Alexander Renfrew.
Congratulations, well done.
Timothy Andrew Reynolds.
Congratulations, well done.
Rebecca Ann Schofield.
Congratulations, well done.
Konstantinos Skourtis.
Congratulations, well done.
Adrian Paul Sorrell.
Congratulations, well done.
Peter Lindsay Thurston.
Congratulations, well done.
And for the award of the degree of Master of Science by Examination and Dissertation in Organisational Psychology, Yvette Alia Naomi Allen.
Congratulations, well done.
Yvonne Helen Butcher.
Congratulations, well done.
J. Jamal Cherara.
Congratulations, well done.
Elizabeth Danuta Elder.
Congratulations, well done.
Sean Anthony Hennigan.
Congratulations, well done.
Anna Elizabeth Haywood.
Congratulations, well done.
Damien Kieran Hunter.
Congratulations, well done.
Michelle Izard.
Congratulations, well done.
Tim Johnson.
Congratulations, well done.
Joanna Susan Luckhurst.
Congratulations, well done.
Dawn Marie McCurry.
Congratulations, well done.
Madeline Claire Owen.
Congratulations, well done.
Anam Param.
Congratulations, well done.
Irina Andreevna Pendlebury.
Congratulations, well done.
Susanna Jane Robertson.
Congratulations, well done.
Eleanor Rutherford.
Congratulations, well done.
Simon Richard Shaw.
Congratulations, well done.
David Gerard Woods.
Congratulations, well done.
And for the award of the degree of Master of Science by Examination and Dissertation in Technology Management, Keisha Burden.
Congratulations, well done.
Robert Louis Canny.
Congratulations, well done.
Miles Dugmore.
Congratulations, well done.
Raj Dilip Kotecha.
Congratulations, well done.
Manuela Natasha Whitaker.
Congratulations, well done. By virtue of the authority vested in me as Deputy Principal and Vice-Chancellor, I now confer degrees in absentia on those students unable to be present here today who have, under the conditions set out by ordinance or regulation, pursued the course of study so prescribed and have satisfied the examiners. May this university, through sound learning and by the advancement of knowledge, achieve its purposes in the service of the nation and of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this now completes the ceremony. Thank you.